As I said in the last video, we will start the genus Histomonas. Now let us start with the Histomonas melagradis. The disease which is caused by the Protozoa Histomonas melagradis is histomonosis. It is also called as blackhead in Turkey because the skin of the head and the wattles become darkened in color. Therefore, this disease is called as blackhead, and it is also called as infectious enterohepatitis. There is lesions in the cecum and the colon, and also in liver, that is in hepatic. Therefore, this disease is called as infectious enterohepatitis. The Turkey acts as the primary host, and the location for this disease is cecum and liver. Now, let us come to the morphology. The organisms are highly pleomorphic and they appear in four forms. And those are invasive form, vegetative form, and resistant forms, and flagella forms. In invasive forms, they found early cecal and liver lesions and are at the periphery of old lesions. And they are extracellular and amoeboid in structure. When it comes to the vegetative forms, they are found near the center of the slightly older lesions and they are less active and they cause disruption of the tissue and they are large in size. And resistant forms are enclosed in the dense membrane and they are also extracellular and may be engulfed by phagocytes or giant shells. When it comes to the flagella forms, it is present in the lumen of cecum and cultures, and they are also amoeboid. And there is a single vesicular nucleus with dense karyosome. There is no undulating membrane. When it comes to the mode of infection, they reproduce by the binary fission. The most important mode of transmission is by ingestion of the embryonated eggs of the cecal worm, that is Heterachus gallinarum. These Histomonas melagradis protozoa are present in the egg of Heterachus gallinarum, and those eggs are eaten by the earthworm, and therefore earthworm act as the source for the both infection of Heterachus gallinarum as well as the Histomonas melagradis. When it comes to the epidemiology, and the chickens are the reservoir host for the turkey, and infective Heterachus eggs can survive for 1 to 2 years, and these eggs contain the protozoa, and earthworm can harbor infected Heterachus larva for a long time, and it acts as the source of infection to birds. Now let us come to the pathogenesis. Histomoniasis is essentially a disease of young turkeys, that is poults. And under field condition, the most severe disease occurs in the young poults between the age of 3 to 12 weeks. And in older birds, it is more or less a chronic course. And in Zika, the Histomonas melagradis are released from the larva of the Heterachus gallinarum. The larva Heterachus gallinarum containing the protozoa, that is Histomonas melagradis, are enter into the wall of the cecum whenever they are released from the larva, and in the cecum they multiply, and in both or one ceca they may be involved, and the earliest lesions consist of small raised pinpoint ulcers in the cecum in which the organisms are plentiful, and these become much enlarged and may involve the whole of the cecal mucosa. The mucosa become greatly thickened and its surface is necrotic, and eventually cecum contains a hard caseous adherent core. Macroscopically, ceca become enlarged and hemorrhagic. Lesions in liver are pathognomic to the disease histomoniasis, and here is the focal necrosis which increase by peripheral extension to produce characteristic circular depressed lesions. In the liver, there is circular depressed lesions are noticed, and these consist of yellow to yellowish green area of necrosis with a greenish peripheral region with radiating strikes of necrosis, and they are not encapsulated. Organisms disappear from the tissue of the bird which recover. and the necrotic lesions are repaired by an invasion of the lymphatic cells and fibroblast. A firm cecal plug is produced. This becomes contracted and is finally ejected, and then the ceca eventually returns to the normal size. There is extensive scarring may remain in the liver for a long time. When it comes to the clinical signs, incubation period range between the 15 to 21 days, and there is decline in feed consumption and depression, drooping of the wings, ruffled feathers, and appearance of characteristic sulfur yellow colored droppings, especially in turkey. This is the characteristic feature or pathognomic lesions in the affected host. That is, the turkey will the feces of the turkey looks like the characteristic sulfur yellow colored droppings, and very few birds show darkened or cyanotic discoloration of the skin of head and vitals. Hence, the disease called as blackhead. Occasionally, the disease may be peracute in nature with no marked clinical signs. In such case, the death of the bird within 1 day. And in older birds or in adults, there is an chronic wasting form of the disease seen. The affected birds which get recovered, those are immune to the reinfection of the histomonosis. When it comes to the diagnosis, it can be diagnosed based on the clinical signs such as sulfur yellow colored droppings and postmortem lesions in the liver, that is circular necrotic lesions in the liver or the pathognomic lesions, and a histological examination of stained section of the liver shows necrosis and colonies of the organism. The colonies appear like punched out holes in the necrotic tissue, each hole containing fragments of protoplast which represents the parasite. The cecal lesions may be confused with those of due to Eimeria tannella, but this infection may be readily be eliminated by the microscopic examination of mucosal scrapings. To control the disease, turkey should be kept separate from the chicken, and young turkeys should be kept separate from the adults, and a regular removal of the droppings and contaminated soil, and a regular deworming for the Heterococcus gallinarum infection is useful in reducing the overall incidence of histomonosis. This is about the genus Histomonosis, where we discussed Histomonas malagradis, the disease, their pathogenesis, clinical signs, and control aspect. Thank you.